So she knows that I went and gave cat food to everybody else, and she woke up from her sleep, and now she's like wanting to sniff my fingers, and I'm like, she doesn't need any more. She had a big old bowl of food before she came in here. She needs to go to sleep. She's being a naughty girl. I'm assuming that while I was gone, the chair spun. I don't know if you guys saw her. She totally jumped in the chair, and
Yes.
the kitties in the game meow a lot. Oh, they do. Yeah, the kitties in the game and the dogs. All the vehicles here make a lot of noise. Nick2 says the trolls would love me with 3,400 hours in Starfield. I actually saw somebody yesterday who said, I have
Oh yeah.
2,400 hours playing the game and almost 6,000 hours modding the game, and it's a big problem that Starfield doesn't have enough activities for players to participate in. And I was like, bitch,
Hey.
please, you have thousands of hours in a video game and thousands of hours modding. I don't believe you for a minute. I don't believe you for a minute if you make a statement like that and then claim that the game has nothing to do. That's a fake ass troll. Fake ass troll. Because you know what you do if you don't like something? You don't play it. You certainly don't spend thousands of hours playing it and then come out of the woodwork and be like, this game sucks because there's not enough to do, even though I claim I have 6,000 hours modding and 24 hours playing it. There's nothing to do. That's what you call a bullshit account. It's total fake bullshit. Fake ass fakers. Yeah, I'm the same way. DSM. With our, we got 6 cats, and every once in a while I hear a cat meowing in this game. I'll take my headset off and be like, wait, is that one of my cats? Are they outside the door? Do 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 do.
How are you today?
Oh, I was just thinking of something you might be interested in.
All right, let me check a few things here before we get going any further.
Nothing changes, does it?
Thousands of hours spent on a game you hate equals mental issue detected. Yep. Or only boring people are bored, ellipsis. So that's a you problem, not a me problem. This game looks big and boring.
The silence, but I mind the stare.
You can ask all the questions you want, Luke Smart
Hello.
3071, but I guarantee you're not going to like my answers. Unless they're intelligent questions. So feel free to ask. If it's an intelligent question, you will get an intelligent answer. If it's a dumbass request, you'll either get banned or you'll get a smart-ass answer. Nick says, just yesterday with all the time I have in the game, it was the first time that Sarah didn't get killed in the eye because she went with me to steal the artifact. Nice. Nice. Yes, I did get my annual haircut. Thank you for asking. My wife cuts my hair once a year,
Sorry, I
occasionally
was lost
twice a
in
year.
thought.
But my wife dresses me, washes me, cleans me, makes me look good. I just sit here and push buttons. But yes, my wife cuts my hair once a year.
We'll still breathe.
Because if it was up to me,
That's
I would
something.
literally just take the clippers once a year and just be like, brat, on a, like a number 4
Greetings,
or number
Greymane.
5, and just be like, that would be it. Once a year, cut the hair. I usually do it in April or May because that's when it gets hot. We start getting into the hot weather in April. We start getting up into the 40s Celsius, which is like 100-degree weather in Fahrenheit. So I cut the hair in April of every year, usually end of March, early April. And then I just let it grow until the next April, May. So I just got my annual haircut, day before yesterday. And then if it were up to me, if you go back and watch my streams from 4 years ago, I wear simple logo-less t-shirts. Gray, green, black, and brown. I have multiples of each. It's always the same. No logos. They're just simple t-shirts I got at Kohl's years ago. And I bought a multi-pack that had like 3 of each. And so I've been wearing those same t-shirts for like 25 years.
There you are.
My wife is the one that went out and bought me stuff with logos on it and stuff because she's like, it looks better on the stream. And I'm like, fair enough, honey. I will wear whatever you want me to wear on stream. But if you ever see me in the real world, like look at the clothing I was wearing when I went to Bethesda. Any clothing I've ever worn at a conference, I wear simple shorts and a plain t-shirt. That's it. And like a gray like hoodie, zip up sweater. Like I don't. Why do you think that the KOTOR remake would have Souls-like combat?
It was good to
Did
see
the
you.
original KOTOR have Souls-like combat?
Sorry, I was lost in thought.
The KOTOR remake is still on the table. They just made a public statement about it 2 months ago. The bosses at Saber said we can't speak about it, but it is still in active development. So what we don't know is if it's going to be a spiritual remake or a remake, like a remaster remake. Fate of the Old Republic, DSM. Jedi Survivor is not a Souls-like. What are you smoking, man? Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor are not Souls-like games. What the fuck, man? Seriously? They have story mode first and foremost. So you could adjust the difficulty, which adjusts the parry window and the dodge window and the block window and makes your lightsaber attacks more powerful and makes your powers more powerful. Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor are not Souls-like games. They are story mode games. You literally have a story mode, and you can pause those games whenever you want. You can't do any of those things in a Souls-like. Souls-like have a fixed difficulty, and you can't pause them. Oh, you could totally pause Jedi
Keep it
Fallen Order and
moving.
Jedi Survivor. You could
There you
totally pause.
are.
Like, Jesus. All right, we're blocking a troll, guys. I knew it was going to be a trolly person when they had all the numbers in their username. Bye-bye. You're thinking of Fate of the Old Republic, DSM. That's the one that Casey Hudson announced like last year, which is a spiritual successor to the Knights of the Old Republic games. And then there's the actual Knight of the Old Republic remake that Saber Interactive is behind, which had a version that was being worked on, which got scrapped like 3 years ago, and then they started working on it again from scratch. And that's the one they just commented on maybe 2 months ago. They said that it's still being worked on.
Perfect timing. I've got an idea to share.
Yeah, we banned that guy, by the way, guys. When you try to argue with me that a game is something that, like, sitting there, Jedi Survivor was a Souls-like game. No, no, that's misinformation. It's not a Souls game at all. It's not a Souls-like. But I told you when somebody says, "Hey Renfail, can I ask you a question?" and then they have a username that has a whole bunch of numbers at the end of it,
How are you
generally
today?
speaking, that's somebody who just created an account and they're just showing up to be a troll. Because real people don't have a bunch of numbers in their usernames. Real people take the time to customize their accounts and have an actual username. It's usually their gamer tag. Not saying everybody, but most people. Most normal people will have a customized username that is like their gamer tag. It's easy to spot a troll, kids. All right. Jedi games are Tomb Raider with lightsabers. Yeah, I
Hi
mean,
there.
it's like Uncharted with lightsabers. Tomb Raider with lightsabers. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I know one thing I wanted to do. I wanted to go check. I've got money. I've got money, honey. No, he was saying it was a Souls-like because you have to you have to duck, dodge, and parry. Was why he said it was a Souls-like. And I'm sorry, that is a shit take that is, and you sit there and argue with me, and no. Because I tell you what,
Like you've got some coin.
every single game that you play is going to have a block, dodge, and parry mechanic. That does not make every single game a Souls-like.
What's the job?
Souls-like games are defined by the fact that you can't pause the gameplay, and the fact that it is no adjustable difficulties, it is a fixed difficulty, and more importantly, the game's difficulty is so cranked up that if you miss a button press, you miss a dodge, you miss a block, you miss a parry, it is often a one-hit kill. That is a Souls-like, where you are required to be you have to be extremely methodical in the memorization of things, and you are expected to go up against the boss mobs 30, 40, 50 times. That's what defines. Matter of fact, uh, why am I blanking on his name? He's the one who's directing the Elden Ring movie. God, I love him as a writer and director, and I'm forgetting his name right now. Oh, Alex. Yeah, Alex Garland. I knew his first name. I couldn't remember his last name. Alex Garland has talked about how he's played the game through. He's played Elden Ring through multiple times now, and he literally said, he says those games. He says so many people get caught up on, oh, I'm dying over and over and over to the boss mobs. He's like, that's literally the point of the game. You're just he's like, I've completed the game multiple times. He's like, you literally just throw yourself at the boss over and over and over until you figure it out. That's the gameplay loop. Is you throw yourself at the boss until you figure out the moves and you learn and memorize the button presses. So you don't look at death as a defeat. You look at death as the learning curve. You're learning the button presses. You're learning what you need to do to beat that boss fight. Um, That is what defines a Souls-like game. Instant death if you miss a button press. You can't save the game. And there's no adjustable difficulty. Correct. Not fun for me either, Nick, too. I don't enjoy those types of games. I don't enjoy that gameplay loop. So when someone tries to say that a game is a Souls-like just because it has blocks, dodges, and dodges, I'm like, you're fucking stupid. Like, now you're just being a troll. Like, no. Sorry, a game having a block dodge parry does not make it an instant
I'm sure the townsfolk will understand.
Souls-like. Yeah, locked difficulty, losing your souls, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. That's just low-hanging retards coming out of the woodwork, trying to troll the chat. And we ban them.
Do you see me standing here?
They can go back to Reddit where they came from. All right, I have 45 points now.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think it was the signet ring. Right? I need 65. Okay. Alright, well. See, here we go. The Hernan, look at this. This stuff has lightning resistance on it. So this is going to be where I go look and say, hey, this guy's armor has lightning resist on several of the pieces. Not on all of the pieces. But this Hernandian Honor Guard set has lightning resistance. So probably a good idea would be to buy this gear before I go face that boss fight. That has ice resistance level 3. Martin says, played Starfield on the PC, buy it again for the PS5 Pro, can't wait for another playthrough. Oh, you don't like it when I use the word retarded? The word retarded is part of the English language, Dante. Do you get offended by the English language? I'm sorry. Are you yourself mentally challenged? Is that why you don't like certain words? Context is key. Context is everything. DSM says if From Software added a difficulty slider to their games, it would unlock a whole new category. I would play Elden Ring tomorrow if it had a difficulty slider. If I could play story mode in Elden Ring, I would play it tomorrow. 100%. Would absolutely love to explore a world that J.R.R. Martin helped create. Well, I know there is at least some ice resistance on this gear, so this would be a starting point.
You need to make your choice.
But I would need to make a lot more donations to be able to rank up or do way more quests to get, because I only have 45 points. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. That is a rhyme we all learn as children. Context is key to everything in life. Someone having issues with a word is not my problem. That's a them problem. Now, there are certain words that have been deemed by society to be racially offensive. Those are words we don't use, but everything else in life, get over it. Like, when people make fun of me because I have a receding hairline and I'm bald and they called me Unc or Gramps, I can choose to be offended by that, or I can choose to just be like, you're an idiot, and move on with my day. So, getting offended by a word when someone calls you a word, that is entirely up to you and your mental fortitude in life, everybody. So, yeah, I have no. I use the English language to the fullest, which is why we say things like. Hang on,
What's the job?
what was the George Carlin rhyme that he used in his stand-up special? I can think of this the dun 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 dun, and I can't remember. I'm gonna go look it up really quick. It's the 7 words you can't see on TV or something. George Carlin, words you can't say. 7 dirty words. Hang on. Yeah, shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits. Like, words, kids. Words. I was bullied when I was in school. Dude, we were all bullied when we were in school. You're a fucking adult. Like, everybody who's an adult, like, anybody who made it to adulthood was bullied in school. Everybody. Everybody got bullied by somebody in school. You either shake that shit off or you carry it through life for the rest of your existence. If you carry that shit with you beyond grade school, high school, whatever, you're like, oh, my past trauma. I was bullied in school. Come on. Everybody got called names. We got pushed around. We got the ball thrown at us in dodgeball. You know, we had the basketball jocks making fun of us because we were skaters or we were cowboys or whatever. Like, that is part of growing up. Have you never seen, like, a cat litter or a little pack of pups or a flock of chickens? There's a pecking order, and dogs and kittens, like baby puppies, they'll bite each other, and 2 or 3 of them will gang up on another. That's called life. I have zero respect or sympathy for people who cry about, oh, my high school trauma, my poor, I was bullied in school. We were all bullied in school. Come off of it. Like, no, you're not allowed to play the bully card when you're an adult in life. I was bullied in high school. So was I. I'm still bullied to this day. I get people who come into my chat every single day and make fun of me because I have a 46-year-old balding head, right? I have no eyebrows. They're very thin. You can't really see them. People are going to bully you your whole life. Grow a pair. Grow a pair. Goddamn. Exactly, Detroit. We all got bullied. Skippy says I just watched a crow bully a pigeon an hour ago. Psych over on Twitch says past trauma is something that people now use as an excuse for failure. They had a septum ring and cry about how they were bullied in school. Social media popularized mental issues, and some people parade around with it. Rat shit, bat shit, dirty old twat. 69 assholes tie him at a knot. Yay, gorilla shit. Fuck! Like, George Carlin, there's some really fun words over the years. No, I think that bullying and being bullied in school, it's every small animal, human or otherwise, and humans are just more intelligent animals. But if you watch how animals act in the real world, they all bully each other and they all get bullied in turn. It's called growing up. It's called being a species. And I'm losing my voice here. I got a frog in my throat. Hang on. Like, you can't use that shit in your adult life as a shield for why, oh, I'm traumatized. Oh, obviously there are people who have serious mental health issues, and those are things that need to be looked at by a professional. But I literally don't have any sympathy for people who will try to pull the bully card. I was bullied in high school, and I'm 45 and I'm 50 and I have all this trauma, and it's like, yeah, man. When you are in school, defending yourself against the bully is part of what you're supposed to learn how to do. And if you never learn how to defend yourself against a bully, that's kind of on you and or on your parents for never having taught you how to defend yourself. Because you'll notice with the cats or the chickens or the ducks or the what happens? Those little animals learn how to eventually fight back. They will turn around and rawr, and they will bite back, or they will hiss and claw, and they will fight back. And you know what happens when they fight back? The other animals stop bullying them. But if they don't, what happens? They become the runt of the litter. They don't get any milk. They don't get fed. And what happens in about 2 weeks? They get left behind and they die. That's what happens in nature. Now, in humanity, we allow those people can still have a place in society. Because we are civilized, and we are not like the lions and tigers and bears of the world where we let the weaklings die off. Weaklings can still have a place in our society. I'm being extremely offensive right now to a lot of people, I guarantee you. Sorry, not sorry. There is no way to talk about this without being non-offensive. Like, I remember when I was a freshman in high school. I grew up on a dairy farm, and my parents stuck me in a Baptist high school. It was horrible, like super religious, horrible. The PE teacher was also the basketball coach. So our PE classes we're going to play basketball with the basketball team. Now, I, growing up on a dairy farm, had to get up at like 3:30 in the morning, go out into the field, rain, snow, sleet, or shine, gather the cows, bring the cows up, milk the cows, do chores, feed all the calves, feed all the animals. And so I would work from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock every single morning. Then I would get ready, and my mom would drive us to school, and we would go to school. And I was already worn out because I did physical labor every single morning. Plus, when I got home from school, I had to go do the same thing all over again. I had to go out in the field, round up all the cows, bring the cows up, and milk the cows, feed the calves, do all the chores, pick up bales of hay, shovel grain. I had to do all that stuff, right? So I go to school, and I'm tired. The last thing I want to do is PE because I've already spent my energy. So we get into PE class, and I don't give a shit about basketball. I don't give a shit about PE because I'm tired. And because everybody who is in PE is on the basketball team, and the coach of the basketball team is also the PE teacher, all of these testosteroned up jocks who have had it like ingrained in their brain that they're there to win. We go into PE class, and it's not about physical education. It's about you're here to win. And if you're on my team, we're here to win. And so I remember the captain of the basketball team, I got put on his team for PE class one time. And I didn't give a shit. So I'm just out there. Every time I get the ball, I'm just like, bleh, and I don't give a shit. I'm not trying to sink hoops. I'm not trying to do layups. I'm just like, oh, you gave me the ball? I'm throwing the ball. Oh, you want me to do a sprint? Okay, I'm done. Oh, you want me to give me the ball again? I'm just going to throw the ball. And this motherfucker, and he's like, I'm like 5'9", right? And this dude's like 6'5". And he's the captain of the basketball team. He's all jocked up. I'm the captain. I'm the boss. I got the best looking girl in school. I matter. I'm important. And he gets mad that I'm not trying to win the basketball game in PE class. And he comes up to me in the middle of the, like, after one of the, whatever. I missed the thing. And he has the ball in his hand. And he gets up in my face. And he's like yelling down at me. You need to learn how to shoot the ball, man. We're here to win. You're not participating. You need to be a team player. And he's going off and off and off. And I'm like, dude, I don't give a shit. I'm just here to get my score so that I can go on to the next class. I don't care about basketball. So you doing this to me doesn't mean anything. And I'm literally replying back to him like this. And he takes the ball and he tries to do a fake out. He's like, you need to learn. And he takes the ball and he does that, like, to psych me, right? And he like does it right in my face, right? To psych me out. Unfortunately for him, he hits me on the forehead. What did I do? Now, in this instance, if I let the bully win, the bully then knows that I'm a weak little bitch and that I can be dominated and that I'm the runt of the litter, which means he'll do it again. And then his friends are going to join in. If you let someone bully you, they will continue to bully you. I didn't even think. I dropped to my knees, sucker punched him in the nads. He falls over. I jump on top of him and I start beating him in the face. I got suspension. He never touched me again. Never fucking looked at me again. You, and only you can dictate how life works out. You can be a victim, or you can defend yourself. So when people say, oh, I was bullied in school and I've carried the trauma with me for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, that is a you problem. You let the bullies win. You let the bullies win. You were the runt of the litter. You could have defended yourself. You could have stood up, and you didn't. And now you're 30, 40, 50 years old trying to claim, bullying as a defense. Oh, my trauma. No. There are legitimate traumas in life, like parents who beat you. There are uncles and aunts who do horrible things to children, and I'm not going to use the terminology, but they SA children. Those types of things happen, and that is legitimate trauma. But somebody bullying you in grade school or high school, if you're still carrying that card around with you and you're an adult, we are not the same. We are not the same. Not the same. Because there is legitimate trauma, there is legitimate mental trauma from horrible experiences that children go through. Witnessing someone being unalived in front of them, having their parents pass in a car accident. That's legitimate trauma. There are legitimate things that traumatize children that can carry over into their adult world. That is legitimate trauma. Legitimate. But being bullied in school, fuck off. Seriously. I have no sympathy for people who cry about bullies in high school. I was bullied in grade school.
This will become one of Hanan's defining landmarks.
I get bullied every single day on stream. And?
Remain. I heard the statue I commissioned is now complete. Word is that it radiates majesty. I was just about to go and see it myself.
Skippy, you're
Perhaps
not
you'd
wrong.
like to join
I
us
do the
for
same
first
thing in
view.
video games. Milk the cows and Red Dead. My brother and I, the
certain I'll be
first time we
very
played
pleased
Red
with it.
Dead, We were laughing so
To our
hard
people,
because
it will be a
we were
source of
I was
pride.
playing it with
To our
him,
guests,
and he was
we
laughing. So he's
welcome
like, "You've tried
reassurance.
so hard your whole life to get
Your
away from the
presence
farm, and the
alone
farm
makes
still
our land
follows you everywhere
feel
you go,
safer.
even into video games."
We've
And
built
I
not
was
just a
like,
statue,
"Damn, dude,
but a
you're not
symbol of
wrong."
hope. It's humbling to see the trust you've instilled in the people. An ideal we can all surely strive toward. I hope our relationship continues to flourish.
Cleaning cow shit in Red Dead Redemption 2, shoveling the pig shit. Turtle says that now Renfail farms the bullies for content and free money. You're damn right I do. And I occasionally get flagged for it. And every single time, so it's been a while. We're probably due for one. If I mention it now, someone will probably do it. But I've had my TikTok streams, I think 15, 16 times now. Every single time I've won the appeal. But 15, 16 times now I've banned a troll in TikTok, and they have reported my stream for harassment and bullying. And I'll get a pop-up that'll be like, your live stream has been restricted. And so if you ever see me randomly disappear from TikTok, that's usually why. Hasn't happened in a while. And then I appeal it, and within 15 minutes, I have everything back, because there has never been a legitimate issue of bullying someone. Usually what we end up with is a troll who's being a dipshit, and they get banned, and they get mad that they get banned, and so that they report the stream. Or if we use a trigger word, like I use the word retarded a lot, and some people think retarded is a bad word because of what someone just said in chat a little while. Oh, I was bullied when I was a kid, and so I have trauma associated with the word retarded. Dude, do you want to know the names I was called when I was a kid? Thanks for the Twitch sub, Jailcrow. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, I've been flagged on TikTok a bunch of times. I think probably in total, I think 35 times I've had TikTok streams get flagged, and you lose the permissions to stream, and you have to appeal. I've won every single appeal. Every single appeal. The funniest one though was the one where we were playing Skyrim, and somebody said, so this is the AI at work, right? The AI chat moderation. So someone said, "Hey Renfail, what build are you doing?" And I had a two-handed axe for my character in Skyrim for that one. And I said, "Hey, I've got a two-handed axe." I'm like, "I have a two-handed axe for this build." I love the two-handed axe because I can run around the game world, and I can unalive people with that two-handed axe, and I can take their head and separate it from their body, right? I'm being very careful how I say this so that I can get around the TikTok AI mod. And that, as soon as the words left my mouth, um, the TikTok AI banned my stream for criminal activities and promoting violence in real life. I was like, I'm playing a video game that's like 20 years old, running around the two-handed axe, joking about how I love the two-handed axe because of the way I can unalive my enemies in the game. And the AI bot went, "You're promoting criminal activities and dangerous violence." And it's like, what are you? Like, the AI doesn't have the context to do things, to understand things. Detroit says I have a cleft lip and palate, and I can't tell you the names I've been called. Oh yeah, like, I used to show up to school smelling like cow shit because I grew up on a dairy farm, and the names we got called, my brother and I, the names that we got called in school. Hey Echo Z7. He's crying because I'm talking to the chat and not playing the game. That's what you call a troll right there, kids. That's a troll. Echo underscore Z7. Why can't chat just shut the fuck up and let him play the game? I'm an entertainer, man. I'm here to entertain. I'm not here to play the game. I will occasionally play the game, but my responsibility is to chat with my community. That's what people are here for. That's why people pay subscriptions and memberships to my channel and tune in every single day for the past 5 years, because they like to be entertained. They like to engage with me and the community. We have back and forth rapport. We have conversations. Kumquat. What did you just call me, motherfucker? Detroit says that they get mad when you don't play the game, and then they get mad when you do play the game and don't talk to chat. So they get mad when you don't chat. They get mad when you do chat. It's just trolls. There's TikTok can have its positives as well, but it definitely has its negatives. To be honest with you, though, I've had just as much negativity on Twitch in the past as well. It just depends on the game we're playing. Just take a drink. So that's the statue we built. Yeah, I certainly don't watch streamers to watch them play the game, Angry Ewok. Like, I'll play the game if I want to play the game. I watch streamers because I want to see the interactions. I want to hear their opinions. I want to be entertained. Well, I suppose I should try to do fishing, but I'm going to go sleep first because I don't want to try to do fishing at night. JK says, I pay for the cat content. Hang on. Everybody needs a little free pussy in their life. Here's some free pussy, guys. Oh, is the word pussy offensive? I'm sorry, did I offend your sensibilities by using a word from the English language? That's white pussy. Some people like white pussy more than black pussy. Some people like brown pussy more than white pussy. I like all pussy. That's why I have different cats of different colors. Get your mind out of the gutters, kids. We're talking about cats. Like, as we've seen, I have cats of many different colors. I have many different colored pussies in my house. Someone out there right now is so triggered. Son Michis. Así es, Son Michis. That is Snow White. She is a rescue cat. We rescued that pussy off the streets. We domesticated that pussy. Ludwig can keep waking. Can keep waiting, because I'm not touching Ludwig for probably another 15, 20 hours of gameplay. I could give two shits about Ludwig the boss fight. Oh, she's twitching. Hang on, can I get that? She's having a dream. Let's see if she'll do that again. Oh, she stopped. Her leg just was like, ah! She's, unfortunately, the way she's sleeping, I think she's going to end up falling off that. I'm going to have to turn her around and so she doesn't fall. Giggity giggity. All right. Angry Ewok says, I don't care about Crimson Desert at all, but that's what you're playing when I have the time to watch you. Any interactions with the chat are the most interesting thing here for me. There you go. Jewel says, I'm paying you so that you can finally get a non-fake wife.